When it comes to apathy, there's a client who is actually from Austria, and I was on a call with him. And to book his first call, it took like a few weeks. And I kept messaging him, hey, here's the schedule, book your call, let's get it going. And after a few weeks, I email him, I'm like, hey, get on Skype, let's do this, what's going on? Why do you keep procrastinating? Why do you keep putting it off? And he answers, hey, sorry, my mom just passed away. So I felt really bad. I was like, oh my God, sorry man, like take your time, completely understand, let me know if I can help. The call may help, we can dive into some of it. And he answers, oh no, it's cool. Yeah, I'll just jump on. And I'm like, that's a little casual for what just happened. And then we get on the call, and I'm expecting him to be all torn up, emotional, and he was just very logical, very Austrian, very German, just and I told him, like, so would you like to talk about what happened? He's like, well, I guess so, but you know, life's life. I'm like, what do you mean life's life? Like, your mom just passed away. He's like, yeah, but you know, it happens. I'm like, what do you feel around it? He's like, well, you know, people are born, people go. Just this very logical thing. And diving into it, I found out that his father passed away 5 years prior to that. And when his mom passed away, he said he didn't really cry, maybe a little bit of a tear. The only time he cried before that was 5 years ago, a little bit when his dad passed away, and he can't remember before that. And he's like, his whole life, he's just been chasing different degrees, getting his bachelor's, his master's, his PhD, so on and so forth. Really smart guy, really intellectual guy, but everything is filtered through logicality. It's all just mental. Do you feel anything in terms of your mom passing away? Well, mentally, check, 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 check. What's the purpose of life? Well, mentally, get bachelor, get master, get PhD, get job, keep it going. And everything was like that. I'm like, what about your relationship situation, your friendship situation? Well, I have some I see at work, but I don't really like hanging out with people that much because at least in this situation, we don't resonate with the same points. They don't like talking about this, right? And what was he lacking? What was the thing that really made him jump on this coaching? He wanted to feel more and connect more. And I told him, hey, okay, step one, let's start feeling. And we did a release, and he was able to feel at least a little bit in terms of some of the tragedies in his life. But even beyond that, in terms of socializing with people, I said, hey, at work, go and talk to anyone. And he's like, but some of them are not as smart, and they won't be able to fuel my next goal. And I'm like, that's not the point. And he's like, well, why would I talk to them if there is no logical point, right? But the logical point isn't even the conversation. It's not the topic. Doesn't have to be an outcome all the time. The point is to connect with someone. That's the whole point of vibing, the whole point of socializing. You do it, why? Just for the experience, for experiencing someone else. And this is something that not many people talk about. Society takes it out of you. Even a lot of the advice when it comes to socializing doesn't say this. It's like, okay, well, you have trouble socializing. Instead of just connecting with someone, here's what you say. And then it becomes this very chess match game in terms of the different things you say or do. As opposed to, what about just talking for the sake of talking? And I'm sure you've had that experience where you just get lost in a conversation and time flies by. Does it matter what you talk about? No. What if it doesn't lead anywhere logically? It's fine. You're there just to connect with someone. We're social beings. We're here to connect with people in the world. And that was some of the first challenges I gave him. Talk to those people. See what it's like to feel. And it's fine if there's resistance at first. It's fine if your mind's like, well, this person's not even into self-help. They don't grasp the nuanced concepts of letting go, etc., etc. I'm like, that's fine. They only like talking about sports. That's fine. Vibe with everyone. Stop being so mental and judgmental, just filtering only that person because there's a goal. I talk to people who only talk about sports. Am I a big sports person? No. Do I know a lot about sports? No. Do I find sports the most fascinating topic? Of course not. But I love connecting with people. And that is something to dive into, okay? Get in the body, get out of the mind. There's more to life than this logical goal, outcome. Everything must have some kind of plan and must lead to the next thing and that thing. Just do things for the sake of doing things. Here's another challenge you can give yourself. Go out with some of your friends to a restaurant or a bar. Don't drink. Just sit at a table. You can get like some water or soda water. And just sit there with no purpose at all than just sitting there for 3 hours together and just see what happens. Because what we also realize doing this audit on our life is even when we're with friends, there's usually a certain purpose. It's like, okay, well, we're here to work on our social skills. We're here to do this work task. We're here to learn this, to talk about this. What about just sitting there and just staying there with no point to it? And it'll feel really weird at first, really awkward. But with time, you'll start getting a feel for, just talking to talk. The purposeless talk in a beautiful way. What is life? The purposeless life. Logically, you can try to break it down as much as you want. Well, life is the evolution of this. At least it's like, okay, but in the end, what is it really? It's just an experience. Life is an experience. Everything you're doing, everything you're after, is just an experience. Don't get so lost into trying to only find mental meaning. Find experiential meaning. Even in terms of different goals and outcomes that you're after. By all means, go for it. But why are you even going for that goal? For the experience of it. Live for experience. That's what I do. Oh, but I want to accomplish that goal. Great, I'm going to go for it, but I'm going to love every part of it, including the contrast. And this is something I personally remind myself of all the time. The ups and downs are what make the experience of life life. That's what makes it captivating and worth living. We all think logically, we want everything to go according to plan and be great. But if that were to happen, we would be in complete apathy. We wouldn't feel. That's what makes life pointless if everything just went according to plan. It was just flat, 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 flat. So embrace the ups and downs. Are some of the downs horrible? Of course. But feel your way through it. Think of it as, it's not my favorite. It's like eating the vegetables off, as a kid. It's like, it's not my favorite, but it adds the contrast. And guess what? It is what it is. You have a choice. Is life always fair? Not necessarily. Does a lot of really messed up things happen in life? Of course. But as it is now, it's like that's what it is. You can resist it and hate it and give up and withdraw. Or you can just roll with and ride. Roll with the punches. You have all eternity to be dead. Why not just roll with the punches while you're here and open yourself up to whatever happens, whatever you experience while here?